What's up, Lead Gen Beasts? Matt Tosho here, Leads for Locals. In this video, we're talking about the really annoying LinkedIn weekly invite limit, and it's been plaguing a lot more entrepreneurs lately. And the problem is we don't have a lot of information. Nobody knows what that limit actually is. Are there triggers that cause this, or is it all accounts? Nobody really knows. What we need to be asking ourselves, though, right now is, what do we do about this? How do we deal with this? How do we continue being successful on LinkedIn? That's what this video is all about. I'm going to be sharing 5 tips and strategies that you can implement right now that I believe are going to be very helpful in making sure that we are continuing to be successful on LinkedIn. Okay, this is a full in-depth tutorial. It's not a quick 5-minute video. I'm giving you very specific things to do, okay, that I believe are going to help. I'm going to be doing this myself, for my students, clients, etc. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, guys, let's dive into this. How do we deal with this weekly invite limit from LinkedIn? I'm calling this my 2021 LinkedIn survival plan. And of course, this goes beyond 2021, but right now at the time of this recording, we're seeing a lot more accounts being limited on their weekly invite. Now, the frustrating part about this is that there's no real information. Nobody knows how many connection requests you actually get every week. It seems to be 100, like between 100 and 300 per week, which is drastically lower than what we're normally used to. And there's just we don't know if this is like a blanket weekly invite limit on everybody, or if they're cracking down on accounts that look like they're bots or whatever. I'm leaning towards, just based on my experience so far, is it's going to be a blanket weekly invite limit on every account. And what's frustrating, again, they don't provide any information. I actually emailed LinkedIn asking, like, what's going on here? What's the deal? Because, like with my students and my clients, we don't do any more typically than 90 connection requests per day. To me, that's pretty reasonable. I don't think that's anything crazy. And if, like any human being, if you sit down for 2 hours and 2 or 3 hours and you're prospecting on LinkedIn, you could get 90 connection requests out every single day if you wanted to. Like, it's not that crazy. So I actually sent an email to LinkedIn, and this is what they said. It's like the most useless response in the history of customer support. But basically, they said, we can't share any information on this. It's we place these limits to protect our overall member experience, but to protect our members from abuse, we can't disclose any further details or specifics about the restrictions or limits. But thanks for using LinkedIn. Yay! It's just completely useless response. And I get it, guys. It's really frustrating because this can have a pretty negative impact potentially on your LinkedIn prospecting. I get it. Here's what we don't want to do. We don't want to whine, bitch, moan, and complain for days and days and months, and LinkedIn doesn't work anymore. You're allowed 15 seconds. Go ahead. Take 15 seconds to be mad, angry. You hate LinkedIn now. I get it. I was pissed too. But we have to adjust and adapt. These types of things provide opportunity for us to keep moving forward and knock our competition, blow our competition out of the water. So you stay to the end of this video. I'm going to give you 5 tips that I've kind of brainstormed. Like, what do I want to do? What's going to be my response to this? And what am I going to do for my students and clients to try to not necessarily overcome it, but just deal with it better, and still manage to create a lot of opportunity on LinkedIn. Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. So let's go back over to my presentation here. If you guys don't mind, give the video a like, share it with your friends, entrepreneur friends, whoever that is on LinkedIn, because this is important stuff. This is what I believe is going to be really helpful in moving forward with LinkedIn. Okay, so give the video a like. And make sure you subscribe, because I come out with these videos all the time. Okay. And also always check the links in the description. I got some awesome stuff for you guys always on all my videos in the description. All right. Here's the beautiful message that we've been getting. You've reached the weekly invitation limit. And I started noticing, I actually logged in because we were using, I had a client, we were doing a campaign using WeConnect. Okay, you can get a 2-week free trial down below. I still recommend WeConnect. It's an awesome piece of software to help you automate your LinkedIn lead generation without spamming a bunch of people, doing all the crazy stuff. Okay, but I noticed that we weren't getting any connections. Like, everything was pending inside of the campaign. And then when I finally logged into the actual LinkedIn account and tried to invite somebody, this is what came up. And this is where I started to be like, okay, Now we need to make some adjustments here. Okay. But here's what's interesting. For people you don't know, you can follow them to see their post or send an email instead. So I'm going to talk about this because there's some really cool stuff that you can do with WeConnect to not necessarily get around this invite limitation. There is no way to get around it. If they're going to impose it on everybody, we just got to deal with it. But there's some other things you can do in WeConnect to still stay in front of your ideal prospects. It's just going to be, so here's the thing, guys, is your LinkedIn prospecting, it's probably going to take a little bit longer than it normally would. That's really what's changing, because you can still send connection requests every day. You're limited to how many. So it just means that the number of connection requests is going to take longer to get to the same number you normally would, maybe like an extra couple of months, right? But it's still, here's how I think about like using WeConnect and things like that is, imagine having a really, really cost-effective virtual assistant doing your prospecting for you, just in the background while you're working on your business and doing all this other stuff. WeConnect is basically your AI virtual assistant that does your prospecting for you. That's really what you want to think about. And it's not, it's more of a long-term, you need to have more of a longer-term vision with this, okay? When it comes to your LinkedIn prospecting. So even though we can't do as many invites now, it doesn't mean we shouldn't be doing it, okay? Because again, it's one of those things that's working in the background for us doing our prospecting, okay? So I'm going to get into the 5 things that I'm going to start doing to still generate leads and be active on LinkedIn, okay? Because LinkedIn is still a very powerful platform for getting in front of your ideal prospect. All right, number 1. We're going to increase your platform engagement once or twice a week, where you're going to like and comment a post, just a random post on your feed. You can log in. You can just do this on the LinkedIn app really quick when you have 30 seconds to kill. All right. You're going to log into LinkedIn, scroll through your newsfeed a little bit, like a couple of posts, maybe leave a comment, do it once or twice a week. Basically, all this is doing is showing LinkedIn that you are active on the platform. You're not just blasting out a bunch of connection requests. Okay. So, and another thing, guys, the point of this is like this is we're just taking the mimicking of actual human behavior on the platform to we're taking that a little bit more seriously, I guess you could say, instead of just sending out connection requests. That's it. That could potentially be a little suspicious to the LinkedIn platform, at least now it is, because before this was not a problem. But if they see you liking and commenting on different posts, well, that looks good to the platform. Okay. The other thing we can do is set up a light follow campaign. Now, remember, in this, let's see, right here where it says, so you may reach your weekly invitation limit. However, you can still follow people. Now, I don't know the numbers of that. I do know that if you have a LinkedIn Sales Navigator account, which you should have, it allows you to do a lot more stuff in addition to, like you can do a lot more activity. You can have a lot more activity going on with your LinkedIn profile, in addition to building an amazingly targeted list. But you can also, you can follow lots of people. I don't know the exact numbers. Again, you don't want to go crazy with this, but this is another way to potentially connect with your ideal prospects. And we're still going to be sending invites. But what I want to show you guys is we can set up a light. And when I say light, I'm saying don't go crazy with this. You don't want to be like following 500 people a day. You don't want to do that. Okay. But I'm going to show you something really cool in WeConnect here, because there's lots of different types of campaigns that WeConnect can do. So I'm going to log in here, go to the campaign manager. I'm going to start setting up a new campaign. I'm going to show you what else we can do here. Okay, now with WeConnect, if you guys aren't familiar with WeConnect, I'll have, again, in the description, I'll have, I've done like a WeConnect review and how to use it and all that stuff. So definitely make sure you check that out and get your 2-week free trial in the description. Because if you do, I will actually send you, I have multiple LinkedIn scripts that I will send you just for going through my my affiliate link, okay, that you can use. And it's for building referral networks and, you know, doing direct prospecting and things like that. So it's worked really well. All right, but let's create a new campaign here. Come on. So you can see I actually have one going right now. So that, and I'm going to talk about the profile views campaign in a second. But We want to start mixing up the different types of campaigns that we do. Almost like think about warming up like a Facebook pixel almost. Like sometimes you want to send some traffic to it. You don't really want to worry about conversion yet. You just kind of want to warm things up a little bit. So that's kind of what we're doing here. We're going to be doing a like follow campaign. We're going to be doing a profile visit campaign, just really taking the mimicking of human behavior to the next level with WeConnect. Okay. So I'm just going to name this test follow campaign. Okay, and then right here, select campaign type. What we want to do is right here, auto follow. Okay, now again with the profile view, I guess I can just talk about that now. The visiting the profile again, instead of just sending connection requests, it shows that like when you're actually visiting people's profile and then you send a connection request, because you can run simultaneous campaigns to the same list. So you can do a visit profile campaign. That can be a little bit more aggressive. You can do 75 to maybe 100 per day for that. And then your connection request to the same list is maybe 20 per day, 25 per day. You really have to play around with the numbers on the connection request because nobody actually knows what that number is. So you just have to play around with it. But again, it's more natural for somebody to visit a profile and then do a connection request than vice versa. Okay. So for now, we're just going to do an auto follow. And then right here, you select your list. And again, when you go through or go check out the other videos I have on WeConnect, you'll know how to do this. But basically all you're doing is you create your list inside a Sales Navigator. Once you have the list, you copy the URL of the list, you paste it and save it into WeConnect, and that's your list. Okay. It's actually really easy. All right. So we're going to hit save and continue. And then all we're going to do is set our follow limit. And again, so like right here, this is kind of a good indication of what maybe you'd want to do. Max 150. Again, I would keep it under 100 just to play it safe. Okay. You don't want to be overly aggressive with this stuff. Okay. So I would say 75 to 100 follows per day. Now, again, guys, this is not guaranteed to like get you conversations going and whatnot. It could though. And the other thing I'm going to talk about in a second is really making sure your profile is optimized and speaks directly to your target audience, because you want people like when you're visiting their profile and you're following them and things like that, you're maybe liking and commenting, whatever. You want your profile to kind of speak to them a little bit about like, hey, I solved this specific problem for your industry, almost like a landing page, right? Or kind of like a text ad, right? Where there's a little bit like on the LinkedIn platform. Like if we go over here, and then I'm going to show you my profile here in a second. But look, like right here, polypreneur. I have no idea what that is. But then when he says e-commerce specialist, e-commerce marketer, okay, now I've got a better understanding of what this guy does. So it's kind of like a little mini text ad, and this is your headline. You want to make sure that when you're doing this stuff, that your headline, your profile, all that, it speaks directly to your target audience. Okay, but that's how you set up your follow campaign. It's how you set up your profile views campaign, and all of these things again mimic human behavior, and it just it builds it makes sense to me that it would build more trust with the platform. Okay, and doing this kind of stuff, it might allow you to avoid the weekly limit. I don't know. Okay, but we just have to adjust and adapt. Okay, so that's how you do the follow campaign. Let's see what else. Set up a visit. Okay, so I just talked about that. Set up a visit profile campaign before and in addition to your connection campaign. So you want to be running these simultaneously. And the reason is because we still want to connect with people. We still want to send those connection requests, but we want to do all of this other stuff as well to show the platform that, hey, we're actually active. This is not a bot, even though technically this is. We're not abusing it. Okay, we're not doing anything crazy here. All right, increase time to withdraw pending requests. Now, what this means is, so LinkedIn does not like your profile having a bunch of pending connection requests for long periods of time. It looks like you're just kind of spamming. It's a bot. Nobody's the way they look at it is there's a reason nobody's accepting these connection requests, which a lot of the time it's because people are not logging into LinkedIn. But that's a different conversation. Anyways, I got this from doing my research. I watched a webinar or whatever, and they said that this can help make up for the loss of numbers if the pending if the connection request is pending a little bit longer. I can see where they're going with that. Honestly, I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. Here's why: is because normally what we do is what's really cool about WeConnect is we have it set up to where after 30 days, if somebody does not accept our connection request, it automatically withdraws that connection request. It's really cool. You can do it manually in the LinkedIn platform. It takes forever though. WeConnect does it all on autopilot. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is increasing it from 30 days to 60 days. But here's my thinking is that if someone has not accepted your connection request within 2 months, they're either not active on the platform, they've completely missed your connection request, or they're just, who knows, right? But after 2 months, it's kind of like it just defeats the purpose. There's no point of it being there. Okay, so it will help with the number of requests that you have still out there. But again, from a psychology standpoint, I guess, or a behavioral standpoint, it typically means that someone that they're just not logging into LinkedIn, or they didn't see it. Okay, or your connection request. All right. Tip number 4, what we're going to be doing, really making sure that you optimize your profile. I've talked about this a lot whenever I'm doing a LinkedIn campaign. It's one of the first things that I teach my students, I do for my clients, is we have to optimize your profile to speak to your ideal prospects. Okay, so I'll take you over to mine. Mine is a little bit generic at the moment because I'm not currently running a campaign at the moment. I am going to be, I'm working on one pretty soon where we're going to be doing potentially annuity agents. It's worked really well in the past, but here's what we want to do. So let's click on the profile. There's a couple of key parts of your profile you really want to focus on. Definitely the profile picture. Okay, you want it to stand out, not just be professional. You want it to put a filter. I don't want to say put a filter on it, but just try to make it stand out a little bit. Okay. Don't think you have to do a suit and tie. Look at this. I'm wearing a freaking t-shirt. I look like I'm trying to be cool and shit, whatever. But it stands out. It's always worked good for me in my business. So, do something that fits you, your personality, and try to make it stand out a little bit. Maybe do like a cool background or something. Okay. So, get a good profile picture. Okay. Make sure it's not blurry or pixelated. Okay. I see this very frequently, unfortunately, where you almost like can't see their face. Okay. Make sure it's a decent picture. Now, back here is the LinkedIn banner. Okay. I strongly recommend, doing this either in Canva or go to Fiverr. Actually, Fiverr is probably easier. Go to Fiverr, have somebody do a LinkedIn banner photo for you for $15-20. Tell them who your exact ideal prospect is and what your call to action, like what your ideal prospect and what problem do you solve? What solution do you have? What is their biggest problem that you solve, and put that on your banner ad. Okay. And then what I also like to do, or not ad, but your banner photo. All right. So, here's the thing is like, it's pretty obvious. Like if you visit my profile, I got my company name here, need more leads and appointments for your business. Now it's not specific to an industry, which is normally what I recommend. But when I start going after annuity agents, what do you think I'm going to put right here? See, your profile is flexible depending on who you're going after at this particular time. Okay. So need more leads and appointments for your business. It's pretty clear what I do. Okay. But the other thing I like to do is put what looks like a button and say link in bio, just letting people know that you can get more information about what I do. If people are not ready to have a conversation with you yet, they don't want to connect with you yet, they're just kind of checking you out, whatever, see if you're the real deal. A lot of the times people will visit your profile, and I've generated, like the last time I ran a campaign to annuity agents, I generated an extra 29 leads just from my profile link. Like people opting in to get my free lead magnet from my profile. It was just nuts. It worked so good. Okay. Now, you may not get that many leads, but my point is if you offer something like really educational, really valuable to your prospects, put that in your profile and get people into your funnel. Let people know with your banner here that they can get more information. Okay. It's really powerful. Next is your headline. Again, you want to speak to your specific audience. So when for example, when I start going after annuity agents, I'm going to say something along and just keep it simple, straight to the point. Like that other gentleman on the homepage, e-commerce marketer. So he works specifically with e-commerce. I'd probably get maybe a little bit more specific with that, but he works specifically with e-commerce entrepreneurs. He's at least dialing it down pretty good. So I could put something like lead generation for professional annuity agents. lead generation and appointment setting for annuity agents, annuity lead generation and appointments, annuity preset annuity appointments, things like that. Something that if an annuity agent sees it, it's going to capture their attention. Okay, it speaks directly to them. In your headline, you should put like almost like the title of the person that you're going after. Are you going after dentists? You're going after HVAC people? Are you going after people who are getting ready to retire? CEOs who are getting ready to retire, or something like that. CEO retirement planning, whatever. Okay, just something that's going to speak to them. That's going to be as soon as they see it, like, oh, that's me, right? Okay, so make sure you do that with your headline. The other thing I like to do is a founder of some type of company or whatever your title is too, just to let people know at a glance. Okay, and then the about section. I kind of have a formula for this. I follow it similar to like what I do with ad copy. But again, you want to speak to your audience, your ideal prospect. Nothing about you. Don't brag about how long you've been doing what you've been doing, how you got started and all that. Nobody cares. I care because I love you guys and you're awesome. I know that. But when you're prospecting, they don't care. All right. You have to speak to their pain points. What can you do for them? And I'd like to get creative with this. Like I got like a little drum roll type thing going on right here. What's the difference between business owners and service professionals who crush it and those who don't? The answer is drum roll. Wait for it. It kind of creates like a little open loop. They have to click the see more to find out a lot of things. I know, so wise, right? So I'm just cracking a joke a little bit, or trying to. And then I start going into leads, right? So I try to ask a question or make a statement, a fact, something about the problem that my ideal prospect is having. And that's when I start to go, I try to tell like a couple of sentences of why this is happening, and just to kind of resonate with them a little bit, connect with them, let them know that I know what you're going through, right? So I've got, let's see, if you're good at what you do, simple numbers. Problem that most business owners have, service professionals have, is they have no idea how to build these systems, right? Blah, blah, blah. You can visit my profile if you'd like to steal this if you want. But from there, I start saying, I start providing value. Like, here's the solution to this problem that you guys are having. And then, of course, at the bottom, I've got tons of links here. And these are all bit.ly links, so I can track how many links I'm getting from or clicks I'm getting from my LinkedIn profile. You go to bit.ly.com, or no, bit.ly, I'm sorry. You can create these. It just shows you how many clicks you're getting. But, I've got one to my calendar. I've got one to my YouTube channel. I've had different free trainings right here. Here's my main website. Like a lot of different things, depending on what they're looking for. They have kind of like a buffet of options to choose from here. Okay. And people like having options sometimes. It depends on what it is. But anyways, make sure you get a couple of links in your profile for people to get more information about you, okay? Make this valuable to them, okay? If I was going after credit repair agents and they see credit repair lead generation here, you think that's going to capture their attention a little bit? It's going to pique their curiosity? I think so, okay? So those are the main components of your profile, guys. So make sure you get that done. All right, and then last thing here really quick, and we'll wrap this up. Post your offer. Okay, a couple of things here. So let me show you an example. So on my profile here, what I mean by your offer is what is it that you're offering to people? Like, what's the next step of the funnel? And here's the thing is I don't really like going for the appointment right away. It seems too aggressive to me. I don't want to get on a call with people. I've never done, I've never, got listened to or seen any of your content. I don't know who you are, blah, blah, blah. Why would I want to get on a phone call with you? Okay. But if you give me some value first, if you say, hey, here's a free training, here's a free guide, whatever. Like I get hit up by CPAs a lot and all this other telemarketers that can do telemarketing lead generation. And instead of like going straight for the phone call, if they came up to me and said, hey, Matt, I've got a free guide specifically for digital marketing agencies on how to lower their taxes with a couple of simple deductions that they often miss. Is that something you might be interested in? That's going to pique my interest way more than, hey, Matt, I work specifically with digital marketing agencies to help lower their taxes. When can we get on a call? Dude, I don't want to get on a call with you right now. Okay. I just don't. These telemarketing people, like if they offered me like, hey, here's a guide to telemarketing. This is what we've seen works really well, specifically for digital marketing agencies. Would you like me to send you that free guide? Or just send it to me? That's going to pique my interest way more, and that's going to put me into their funnel, right? So that's the kind of stuff that you want to be posting. And here's what I recommend. And then I'll show you an example here. My last post. So again, I'm really content based. I do a lot of educational content, like I do on my channel. Anytime I post a new video upload a new video, I post it on all of my social media right here. Just uploaded a new YouTube video. It's got the thumbnail, how to create awesome videos for Facebook video ads. Only 45 views, so nothing crazy, but it adds up. Two, when your ideal prospects start to see it, it's going to start piquing their interest, especially if you're consistent with it. Okay. And this works for you 24/7. I think eventually it stops with the reach. It depends on how much engagement you're getting, but look, 142 views on this one. Let's see, 141 on this. Let's see. I actually got 4 comments on this one. So this one I think gets a little bit less reach because it's going to YouTube. They want you to keep people on the LinkedIn platform. But either way, just provide valuable content. Here's a suggestion. Okay, so it depends on what you're doing on LinkedIn. If you're building a referral network, okay, let's say you're connecting with your ideal referral partners on LinkedIn, and you're starting to build up these connections, following, whatever. They're going to start to see your posts. Well, maybe you can create a post where you're offering these types of partnerships specifically for this type of person. Let's say you're going after mortgage brokers. Okay, click here to learn more about our mortgage broker partnership program. And then maybe in the post, what are the benefits? What are they going to get out of it? Are they going to get, referral fees? What are the benefits of that program, right? The other thing too, that I really like that has been working very well is custom plans. Instead of going straight for an appointment, offer some type of custom plan to get people to book the appointment. Okay, here's what I mean. So a lot of the times people want to book like a 15-minute strategy session call, and we're going to put together a game plan for you and all this shit. Yeah, come on. We both know this is a sales call. You're going to ask me like, hey, what are my goals? What's keeping me from my goals? Blah, 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 blah. It's actually not useful at all. Okay, but if you offer to put together a custom plan, and I'm not saying just to say this, you need to actually do this. What if instead you said, hey, Matt, I'm offering, this is what, this is a post, but let's say I saw a post that said, right now we're doing, we're offering free custom agency, how do you say it? Digital marketing agency tax plan, right? A free custom tax plan specifically for digital marketing agencies. Click here to learn more, something like that. Again, that's going to capture my attention way more than just begging me to book a call with you. I don't want to book a call. Nobody wants, well, I'm not going to say nobody, but anyways, offer some type of plan. What are like the main 5 or 6 questions that you typically ask people on the phone anyways? That's your custom plan. You're already doing a custom plan when you do that, but now you can use it as your lead magnet to get more people to reach out to you. So start brainstorming, like what can I call this? Do you do tax planning? Do you retirement planning, credit repair? I don't care what it is. Maybe it's like in my case, it could be a free lead generation, a custom lead generation plan specifically for annuity agents. That's is that going to capture their attention? Absolutely, because I'm not going straight for the appointment, all right? So get creative with what you're posting on LinkedIn, and you want to do this again once or at least once a week. Again, one, it's keeping you in front of your audience, and it's working for you 24/7, at least for a certain period of time, anyways. And it's also building good faith with the platform. It's showing that you're not just sending out connection requests. You're not just following people. You're actually providing something to the platform to keep people on the platform. Okay. So really, really powerful. It does a couple of different things. Okay. Make people comment if they're interested. So instead of saying maybe click here to do it, I would mix it. I would test it. I haven't actually done this specific part yet, but do a post. Do 2 of your posts a month where it has a link to your opt-in page, and then another one, say comment if interested, and then just send them a message. Okay, if you get a comment. Use Fiverr to create post images. This is important. I don't want you to do just a text post. You want it to be like an actual what looks like a clickable image. I don't know if I have an example right now. Let me pause this. I'll go over to Canva, see if I have one. All right, guys, so here's some examples. These are actually my YouTube thumbnails, but it's the same concept. Now, you can go to Canva and create these yourself. I would say to go to Fiverr again and just have somebody create some social media images. But basically what you want to do here is just be very specific. So again, let's stick to the custom plan example. You could have something at the top that says free custom, you can have your logo up here, free custom lead generation plan for annuity agents. Again, what type of plan are you offering? Is it lead generation? Is it tax planning, retirement planning, credit repair, business funding? We've had a lot of success recently with generating interest and leads using custom business funding plans, again, versus just booking a call to see what you qualify for. It's just mixing it up, okay? But free custom lead generation plans for annuity agents. And then again, a little button that says click here, okay? Something along those lines. You don't have to have your picture here or whatnot, but there's tons of templates inside of Canva. And again, somebody on Fiverr can do this for you for like $20, okay? So, but you want to have a post, or I'm sorry, an image with your post, because that's what's actually going to capture people's attention in the newsfeed. It's not just the text, okay? You need to capture their attention with the image, all right? Okay, this video is long enough, guys. I hope you found it helpful. Please give the video a like if it was, and then leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about this? Do you think these things are going to do anything, or am I just crazy? And of course, if you guys have questions, if you're struggling with anything in particular with LinkedIn regarding the weekly invites or whatever, make sure you leave a comment below. I check all of my comments. I answer them personally, okay? Make sure you subscribe. Check out all the links in the description. Get signed up for WeConnect. This thing is still a freaking beast of software, and it's super cheap, guys. It's like having your own AI virtual assistant just prospecting for you on LinkedIn. It's just awesome. It's super cheap, okay? So, adjust and adapt, guys. Don't get too angry at this for too long. You can have your moment, but just adjust and adapt, and we keep moving forward, okay? So I hope you guys are crushing it. Talk to you in the next video.